Hi everybody, how we all doing? I hope we're having a good weekend so far. So today is Saturday the 16th of November 2013 and we are back. It is brand new chapter, new story. It is Smallville Alien. Season 11 continues, ladies and gents. Look at that awesome cover. The likeness of Rosenbaum and Tom Welling on there for you. Awesomely done by Cat Staggs as always. Brilliant artist. Yay! So, what a start! What an absolute opener of a chapter for the story, and it's the opening of this chapter was just brilliant. We've got a young Clark Kent who is due to go out to read out an essay in front of people at school. He must be about 8 or 9 years old here, probably 10, and he's frightened. He's nervous. He's scared. So the teacher is saying, you know, look, it'll be over before you know it. You can do this. And he's like, no, I don't want to go out there. And then that's when we see Jonathan Kent. And I tell you what, my heart warmed when I seen Jonathan there. I was like, oh, it's good to have him back alive, even though it's a flashback. But it was good to see him there, you know. He's talking to Clark, he's giving Clark some pointers and assuring him that he can do this. You know, yes, Clark is afraid that the fact that the audience out there, it's a big audience, so he's nervous. But then Jonathan, you know, we all remember what Jonathan was like with Clark. You know, there were moments where he gave him awesome advice, life and morals and all that sort of stuff. And if Clark got into trouble, well, Clark knew about it. Never mind the fact that he's a superpowered alien from another planet. He's got a father who's human and who's basically saying, I will teach you the right ways of living your life, kind of thing. And if you do something bad, you will know about it. You know. So he even says it here that he needs to remember 3 things. 1, find your centre. 2, stand your ground. And 3, speak your piece. And the story, I didn't even expect this to happen, but the story he's reading, it's titled What's So Funny About Truth, Justice and the American Way. Now, I'm looking at that as a bit of an inside joke kind of thing, because we know that the phrase truth, justice and the American way has been used in all the older Superman you know, versions that we've seen, the comics obviously, the TV show, and of course Superman the movie. But by Smallville, obviously that phrase was kind of dropped. A certain, obviously it was, you didn't hear it much, you didn't hear it at all in Man of Steel as well. So, and even in the recent New 52 comics, when Clark left the Daily Planet, he actually turned around and said something like, you know, truth, justice and all that other stuff. As Clark does in Smallville, he says that as well at high school. So whether or not it's a case of what is so funny, is it I'm not referring to Clark's actual essay, but is it more of the phrase? Is that no longer, is the phrase itself funny? Do people think it's a bit cringeworthy, a bit cheesy, you know, it's a bit corny, we don't really want to be using truth, justice and the American way anymore, or something like that? I don't know. So I'll put that question out to you, Mr. Miller, if you can confirm, or if that was the actual idea behind that title for the for Clark's essay. But that's my theory anyway. I do think that, I know that there are some people who think, well, he's not really, he is, yes, he lives in America, but he's not an American icon. He is an American citizen as such, but, you know, he's an international icon. So truth, justice and the American way, yeah, some people might have issues with that now, whereas back then it was perfectly fine to say it, but yeah, we'll see anyway. So we're in the present day, and I remember at the end of Olympus, he obviously announced to the President of the United States that he is Kal-El of Krypton and he's an alien. And now he's high above Earth in space, listening to everyone talking in all their different languages: English, Spanish, Chinese, German, Russian, whatever. And they're all now thinking, So all this time he's actually an alien. You know, why did he feel the need to lie to us? All that sort of stuff. So then he gets a phone call from well, he gets a text from from Lois saying, "State your peace," but that's peace as in, you know, war and peace. Whereas "Speak your peace," which was from his dad, was speak his, you know, his essay, his piece, his bit. Say what you feel and all that sort of stuff. So him and Lois have a chat for a bit. You know, he well, I say he has a chat. He gets a text from Lois saying, "Speak your piece," and he replies back saying, "I love you too," which was nice. So then we find that there's a train in danger, and it's this new train being that the Japanese have unveiled. It's like a maglev sort of train, and it's like the first of its kind, and it's being tested. And we've got this little Japanese kid. Now, for those of you who have read the Superman comics, especially Superman Batman in particular, from like before the New 52, so things like Superman Batman Public Enemies, Absolute Power, and even Search for Kryptonite as well. I mean, Public Enemies and Absolute Kryptonite are probably the two that I'm gonna. Search for Kryptonite even are the ones that the two that I'm going to refer to here, because there was a character in those two particular stories who is actually mentioned in this chapter, and it's none other than young. Well, he's known as the Toy Man, but he's not the villain Toy Man. He's another Toy Man. He's a good Toy Man, and his name is Hiro Okamura. And in the Superman Batman stories, he's only 13 years old, but the kid is a proper genius. He's probably smarter than Bruce Wayne, and may even be smarter than Lex as well at some point. But he is smart. He is a genius. He makes inventions. He makes toys. He is brilliant, and his name is mentioned in this, and he's featured in this chapter. So for me, that was like, I was like, oh my god, little hero is actually in this chapter. I was like, brilliant, get in. So anyway, the train has lost control. They've lost their brakes. They can't brake. So Superman's in touch with the Watchtower. They're trying to find out how to stop the train, or what actually caused it to happen. And it was something to do with it says USGS sensors recorded a fluctuation in Earth's magnetic pole that seems to have destabilized the train's track system, and that's why they can't stop the train. So Clark eventually stops the train, bless him, by making sure that everyone is alive as well. But when he stops the train and he saves everyone, well, everyone's now thinking, oh, so why did you wait this long to let us know that you're from another planet? You know, who asked you to save us, save this train? What if we had been killed? You know, are there more like you that we should be afraid of? So everyone's having doubts and fears now. You know, and Superman's basically saying, look, I just want, or I need the world to know that not everything from beyond is a threat. Well, you say that, and then we get to the end of the chapter. There's a guy listening. We're in Russia, and there's a guy driving a truck who's listening to, oh god, I couldn't believe this, to Booster Gold's something gold standard, winning at life, the faster, or the something gold way, the Booster Gold way. That's it. You even hear it says, which of course is why I'm the most awesome hero there is. End of disc 1. Insert disc 2 for even more heroism. And I was like, typical Booster. So he's listening to that, and then something comes flying out of the sky, some sort of fireball, and then when it lands, the truck driver sort of, you know, the truck gets flipped off. So when a truck driver comes to, he wakes up, he thinks, oh, what now? What space rock has decided to land here in Russia? Because there's just nothing good in Russia. And then, well, we see something interesting. We see something that we haven't seen since Guardian. And that's all I'm going to say on that. I am not going to reveal anything further. So it's going to be interesting to see how this story pans out now. But what an awesome opening of a chapter already. I'm already gonna, I know I'm gonna enjoy Alien so much. I mean, I have enjoyed all the stories that we've had so far, but I think Alien's gonna be, for me, probably one of my personal favourites anyway. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So again, Brian, Kat, everybody else involved, fantastic opening. and Edgar Salazar, who's done the interior artworks as well. Superb job. It does look brilliant as well. So yeah, looking forward to chapter 2, and then obviously the rest of the rest of the story as well. But anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.